welcome to another Moncton High live stream. And tonight's game, it will feature the Moncton High Purple Knights taking on the Olympiens de l'Odyssée, who are playing their home opener. So we will have a bit. Odyssey will have their introductions, and we'll be right back for puck drop. Stay tuned. here we go. We're all set for puck drop. It's Odyssey's home opener, starting at net for Moncton High. He's playing his first game of the season. It's number 29, Ryan Hebert. Starting lineup for the Purple Knights on defense. You got number 21, Joey Goulet, and number 17, Campbell Harris. Starting at forward, it's number 16, Ethan Curvin, number 18, George Vale. And accompanying them is Zach Biani. In net for les Olympiens, playing his first game of the season as well, it's Elliot Levesque. The last time these two teams played at this arena, the last time they met, Odyssey took it by a score of 6-3, keep it tight the entire time. And we are set for puck drop. It was CO versus Vale in the face-off circle, was taken by CO. Played back, Cedric Bourgeois, pass up to the captain Leblanc. Cross-ice pass tipped by Vale, still got over the stick of Melançon. Puck behind the Purple Knights net, being taken up by les Olympiens. Moving up to the blue line to Bourgeois. Bourgeois slides to the middle. Shot was blocked by his own teammate Leblanc. Almost found a way to get on net. Melançon takes a hit on Curvin. Behind the net now is Anthony. Anthony down to Melançon. Back up to Bourgeois. Tries to catch it on his backhand. Again, slides in the middle. Shot deflected. Swept away by Hebert. Cleared up by Curvin in the neutral zone. Bourgeois. Cross-ice pass over to Guitar. Drops from Melançon. Melançon, sharp angle shot off the stick of Ryan Hebert in net. Cole regains possession on the rebound. Clanks it off the boards. Caught by Thibodeau. Tracy right on his tail. Taken by Cole. Tried to backhand it in his feet. Moves it to Tracy. Tracy to the middle. Reverses his defenseman. Being Zachary Guital. Going back up the other way is Thibodeau. Up the left side. Backhands it by defenseman Obe. Woods sends it back into the feet of Biani. Biani on the left. Pass intended for Cole. Went over both the stick of Cole and Thibodeau. Levesque going to play it behind his net. Up to the blue line. Still kept in by the Purple Knights. Biani trying to find it on his forehand. Taking to Boudreau. Boudreau tried to pass it off to Taylor. Back to Boudreau. Boudreau in on the right. Shot. He scores! It's the first goal of the season for les Olympiens. It's a snipe show by Benoit Boudreau. Walking in, makes a cut to the left. And snipes it up top shelf, past the shoulder of Hebert. Face-off's quickly taken again by les Olympiens. It's CO. Trying to bank it up for Dag, but it's taken by Avery Young on the left side. This Olympien defense get it. Dag making away past Gillis. Dag up the right side. Cutting to the middle. Gonna shoot from center. That one misses net. Puck's now on top of the net. Harris gonna cover the puck on top of the net with his glove. A new addition on the Olympien blue line, Liam Dag. Whether he's a forward, played last year in U18 AAA. There's a one by les Olympiens. Quick shot wide of the goal. Pinching is Melançon. Sending it into the corner. Pinned up by Dag. Dag gets it out of the corner. Moves around Curvin. Pass to Ryan. Ryan shooting. Blocker saved by Hebert. Harris flings a stick out of the hands of Young. That went flying. Almost hit the ceiling. Coming back the other way is Curvin. Curvin down the right. Tried to windmill Deke Young. Ended up sending it in the corner. Going down low in the corner was Harris. Pass taken by Tracy. Just slides on the stick of Cole. Tracy making a move to evade Daigle. Down and around that for Biani. Back to Tracy. Tried to put that in front. That pass is blocked by Douglas. Murray trying to put it on net. Blocked by CO. Taken by Biani in the corner. Squirts out to Cole. Tried to get it to Tracy. Backhander goes above the net. Rebound taken by Young. Olympien rimmed around the boards. Over for Dag. Day puts a pass to the Tabasio. With speed, cuts along the left, cuts past Obe, can't get out in front. Braden Daigle tried to make a move on defense, ended up losing his footing. Purple Knights exit the zone, taken by Guitard on the blue line. Pressured by Daigle, pass to the other side for LeBlanc. LeBlanc up the left, stops, puts on his brakes. Tried to get it to Guitard, but was out of his reach. Put back to the blue line by Sebastien LeBlanc. Guitard making a move around Warner. Into the corner. Now has to face Murray. Puts it behind the net. Ends up in the other corner. Going hard into the boards was Anthony. Back to the blue line for Guitard. Behind the net. Putting on the braces. LeBlanc puts it out in front. Shot save by Abel, and a whistle at 15:58. It's so far a 1-0 game in favor of les Olympiens. Face-off will go to Ibel's right. Face-offs won too cleanly by les Olympiens, all the way to their defensive zone. Picked up by defenseman Roussel. Stops in the left face-off dot. Cross-ice pass to his D partner, Thibodeau. Thibodeau blows a tire. Vale tried to pressure the puck. Left off for Curvin. Gillis almost had a stick on it. Curvin gets pinned back up. Thibodeau loses the puck again. It's free. Loose for Gillis. Gillis going to be sent up against the boards. Thibodeau pass to LeBlanc. Captain Tyler LeBlanc. Drop pass. Melanson on the shot. Pad save by Abel. Up to the blue line. Roussel. Just sent by Anthony in the corner. Brought back up. Purple Knights flip it out. Or it's blocked and kept in. Another block cleaner attempt as Olympiens still have it. There's a sharp angle shot that will miss the net. And this time clear the zone on their own terms. Melanson cross-ice pass over to Douglas. Douglas the pass. Misses target, but no icing. Picked up by Harris. Off the boards, intended for Cole. Defending him was Ryan. Passes it back to Melanson. His pass that was up, intended for LeBlanc, is intercepted by Tracy. Purple Knights get it back. Cole in the offensive zone, trying to keep possession. Tracy's going to come in with speed. He'll take a big fall, and will turn over the puck for the Olympiens. Anthony. Pass up right to the table. Taylor in on the left to his backhand. Save by Abel. And rebound smothered up by the Purple Knights. Obe sees the loose puck in the corner. He'll get there first, flip it out before Taylor. Behind the net, Obe still going to get it. Sent off the boards. Just going to be kept in. Shot, easy stick save by Abel. In the corner, Purple Knights again trying to initiate a clear. It gets out in the defensive zone of les Olympiens. A string pass from Bourgeois to Taylor. Drop pass to LeBlanc. Sharp angle shot. Sticked away by Abel. LeBlanc again with another sharp angle shot. Save and rebound goes behind the net. LeBlanc gonna interfere on one of the Purple Knights defensemen. The Purple Knights with the first power play of the game.
Sharp angle shot. Sticked away by Abel.
Excuse me, it's Jacob Taylor who's going to take the penalty. So Purple Knights on the power play at 13:32. Face-off taken by the Knights. Harris passes over to Tracy. Tracy makes a spinorama back to Harris. One touch pass to Tracy. Shot. Deflected wide. Biani back to Harris. Cross-ice pass to the right. Tracy back to Biani. Shooting wide of the net. And we'll go all the way outside the zone. Picked up by Harris. Has a skate. Passes it off to Tracy. Tracy skates up with speed down the middle. Sent off to Cole. One-timer save. Rebound from Tracy. Another save by Levesque. Sent right back into the pad. If he had just gotten a little bit of height on the rebound, would have hit the back of the net and then been a tie game. Tracy gonna win another draw to Harris. Harris does some crossovers to the middle. Sent into the feet of Tracy. Gets it back, and the shot's deflected and blocked up above the net. Harris along the board, sent to Bayani. Down for Cole. Tried to put it out for Curvin. It's going to be cleared out by Gital, and down the ice, Harris. He's going to have to beat Seo in a foot race. Does, then passes it over to Bayani. Bayani works in slow, puts on the brakes, tried to pass it in the middle, blocked by Daigle. Gets it back, Bayani shot into the chest, rebound from Cole. But was blown down by an early whistle. So no chances after that. Face-off still going to be in the Olympiens zone. Purple Knights looking to have a solid power play thus far. Face-off win to Bayani this time. Harris, one-timer shot, save. No rebound given. .12:18 left to go in the first period. Purple Knights on the power play. This is Purple Knights Hockey on the Moncton High Sports YouTube channel, brought to you by MST. Purple Knights going to go 100% on the draws. Thus far, Tracy tried to put it backdoor to Bayani. Couldn't catch it clean on his backhand. Bayani tried to send it into the middle. Clearing attempt back to Harris. Tracy, backdoor Bayani, shooting, he scores! Found a hole between the pad and the blocker of Levesque. It's going to be Zach Bayani tying it up and evening up for the Purple Knights.
Tracy, backdoor Bayani, shooting, he scores!
Purple Knights going to tie it 1-1 at 12:02 in the first off a power play. So far, the Purple Knights power play has looked stellar and will capitalize going 1 for 1. Puck now in the Purple Knights zone behind the net of Ibal. It's going to be won by this Olympiens out in front. Puck's loose before the refs blow it down. Ibal on his stomach looking for the puck. Eventually got it. Olympiens retaliate with another close chance. Now some offensive zone draws coming for this Olympiens. Gonna win it. Sent to the blue line. A shot in the glove of Ibal. So it's going to be Bayani from Tracy at 12:02. Thought Harris could have gone assist on that. Not going to give it to him. Olympiens with control of the puck, but not for long. Avery cleared in behind the net now. Trying to rummage through a crowd is Daigle. Sent up to the blue line. Melanson walks in, shoots, glove. A save by Ibal. Nearing midway point of the first period. It's going to be 1-1, all evened up. Olympiens coming back with some crucial chances. Taken by Lodissé at the blue line. It was a shot, then they score, deflected. Looks like it to be Zachary Gital credited with the goal. Must have hit a Purple Knight body in front. Went by Ibal. Odyssey coming back quickly and giving themselves a 1-goal lead back like it was just a few minutes ago. Walking in, left, Taylor. Defended by Harris successfully. Up to the blue line, Bourgeois with a shot off the blocker of Ibal. Played back behind the net for Taylor. Gonna be hit by Charis. Tracy back behind Harris. Gonna be picked up by Murray. Murray fanning on the clearing attempt. Taylor still with it at the blue line. Gonna keep it in. Pass is going to come out, deflected by Cole. Going to be no icing. Cole's going to go up against Bourgeois. Bourgeois cleared along the boards. Bayani predicted him perfectly. Little toe drag. Puts it in front of Cole at a shot off the pad of Levesque. Boudreau along the boards. Regaining possession for L'Odyssée. He set hard into the boards by Bayani. Picked up by Guitar. Breakout pass to Taylor, then sent to Boudreau. Boudreau, who got the first goal for Les Olympiens, works his way in, stops, gets around Woods, again puts on the brakes. This time won't get by Gillis. Still they battle in the corner, Vale and Gillis. No one having clear possession yet. Taylor's going to throw it up to the blue line. Shot from LeBlanc, deflected wide. Curving, going to pick up the rebound, flipped. Going to go on net, no icing. Levesque going to give a soft tap over to Thibodeau. Roussel. Breakout pass intended for LeBlanc. Flipped back in, Vale off the boards. Thrown back by Roussel. Bringing it in is Anthony. Anthony still with it around the net. Tried to put it out front for Daigle, who wanted a pass. Daigle, blue line, Thibodeau, shot deflected. Deflected by Sébastien Leblanc, who got a rebound, was at point blank range and couldn't put it by Yabal. Still 2-1 for les Olympiens. 9:12 to go in the first period. #32 watching live from home. We appreciate the viewership. Moncton High boys hockey on the Moncton High Sports YouTube channel. Rousset is sent around the boards. Intended for LeBlanc. Got by Bayani, so it will get to him. Working in Dag. Along the right. Was pressured hard by Harris. Oh, couldn't make anything of it. Cole has Bayani with him. It gets caught in his skates and tries to send it back door to Bayani. Scores! That's how you play a 2-on-1. Bayani gets his second of the game and ties it up 2-2.
Has Bayani with him. He gets caught in his skates and tries to send it back door to Bayani. Score!
So far, it's been a back and forth game. Bayani has both Genos for Moncton High. And on the board for L'Odyssée has been Benoit Boudreau and Zachary Guitar. Melançon off the win of the draw to Anthony. Anthony on the left, looks for a pass, goes back up to Melançon. Melançon slid towards the middle and tried to put a pass to Anthony, ended up sending it behind the Purple Knights net. In the face-off dot, multiple battles for it, taken up by L'Odyssée. Ryan at the blue line, tried to go down low, chipped back out by Moncton High. Daigle passed it to Warner. Went to the defense, Melançon. Warner's going to lay a big hit on Hugo Melançon. Meanwhile, it's Olympiens go the other way. Melançon, shot, save. Coming back out of the zone is Braden Daigle. He's leveled off the puck by Ryan. Noah Melançon takes it. Does some back skating before skating in the neutral zone. Accelerating with speed. Clears it into the opposite corner. Picked up by Melançon. Sent to the blue line. Shot. Deflected. Save for now. Rebound. Loose. They score. Les Olympiens get the lead again. Thanks to Noah Melançon. Grabbing the rebound and sliding it past Ryan Abbey, who didn't know where the puck was. Face-off taken by the Purple Knights. Goulet sent off the boards, blocked by Boudreau. In some feet, but cleared in by Vale. Taken by Guitar, pass to Taylor, sent off the boards for Woods. His pass intercepted by Boudreau. Vale Chips it off the boards. Pass Bourgeois. Ends up with Guital. Stretch pass to Taylor. Barely stays on side. Shooting low, but missing the net. Another shot deflected. Rebound from Taylor. He scores. Or he doesn't. I thought for sure that had gone in the net. Face out taken by the Knights. Tracy, drop pass for Murray. Murray try to send it off the boards. It'll go a little too far for an icing. Charged against Moncton High. It's 3-2 for the Olympiens. 6:43 left to go in the initial frame. Running into some problems with the scoreboard. Just under 7 minutes to go left in the first. Olympiens lead it by a score of 3-2. Goals coming from Boudreau, Guital, and Melançon. There was a shot there saved by Hebert. And both goals from Moncton High coming from Zach Bayani. Face-off's going to be Tracy against Julien Leblanc. Won by Tracy, taken by Harris. Harris will try to play it off the boards to Cole. It's in his feet. Ends up giving away to Bourgeois. Staying on his feet from an attempted hit from Bayani. Sends it cross ice over to Guital. Guital in along the left. Slows down. Looks for a pass into Boudreau. Poked off his twig. Leblanc with a backhand shot. Taken behind the net by Murray. Up to the blue line, Thibodeau. Chipped off the boards. Taken by Taylor. Stick handles a little bit along the line. Or clearing it in the opposite corner. Leblanc back skates up to Thibodeau. Back to Julien Leblanc. Working his way in before sending it into the corner. Puck sent out in front. Turnaround shot from Leblanc. Blocked and sent out of play at 5:49. Faceoff's going to be won by the Knights. Coming out quickly is Curvin. Made a move by Roussel. It's going to go all the way to the goalie Levesque for a stoppage quickly after 5:39 to go. Looks like we got the scoreboard back up and running. Have just over 5.5 minutes to go in this initial frame. It's been tight so far, but Olympiens up by a score of 3-2. Thibodeau passed to Leblanc. Tried to target Sebastien Leblanc. Fanned on his pass and the puck was out of play. The new captain of Les Olympiens, Tyler LeBlanc, has been successful against the Purple Knights in the last game they played, where Le Lycée took it 6-3. He scored 2 goals in that game. And Olympiens going to go to the box again, so another chance for the Purple Knights power play. Culprit's going to be Nico Roussel. He's going to get 2 for a trip at 5:19. First power play unit's coming out. Reed Cole, Zach Bayani, Ethan Curvin, Max Tracy, and Campbell Harris quarterbacking at the blue line. Tracy going to lose the draw to CO. Sent around the net was Ryan. Olympiens might have a 2-on-1. CO to Dag. Dag on his forehand. Saved by a bow. And he'll cover for a whistle. What could have been a costly short-handed goal. Liam Daigle on a breakaway is shown the glove by Rylan Abel. Face-off's going to be won too cleanly by les Olympiens. It'll go all the way back to their own end, although this will give them some time to kill the penalty. Dag receives at the blue line and cleared all the way down. Harris with some time. Sent to Tracy. Tracy going to spin around CO, put on his brakes, still get hounded by CO, and just leave it for Harris. Harris behind the net. Takes his time, sends to Bayani. Purple Knights having some struggles to clear their own zone. Harris, pass for Tracy, deflected. Going to be kept in the zone by Curvin. Curvin tried to send it back to Tracy, although nowhere in reach. Puck cleared all the way down. Only one there is Leblanc. Dag sent to the middle. They score! Short-handed goal for les Olympiens at 4:16. Gonna be Dami Sio on the no-look backhand pass of Liam Dag.
Takes it to the middle, they score!
Face-off won by les Olympiens. Leblanc back to the blue line, cleared all the way out by Ryan. Leblanc sent to the blue line. Ryan receives it. Again clears. This time the Purple Knights really struggling on the power play, looking about the opposite as the last time we saw them. Gillis struggles to get the puck out of the feet of the referee. Sent into the middle. That's taken by Ryan. Ryan cleared all the way down. Woods stops in the corner. Sent to Vale. He'll struggle to pick it up. Taken by Gillis. Gillis on a 1-on-2. Tries to do a toe drag. Poked off the stick by Ryan. And he'll again clear all the way down the zone. Just 5 seconds left to go on the power play. Woods in the left corner. Stops and waits. Pass to Tracy, receives on his backhand. We now play some even strength with 3 minutes to go. Goulet gives away the puck. As Olympiens now in the offensive zone. Dag to the middle. Shot, save. Rebound in the corner, sent up to the blue line, intended for Young. Back behind the net. Sent up to CO. CO poked off the puck by Bayani. Now it's taken at the blue line by Hugo Melanson. Ryan, pass. Picked off by Tracy. Tracy passes to Bayani, makes a move in the center ice. He's going to shoot. Glove save by Levesque. Purple Knight's going to finally take some pressure off and get an offensive zone face-off. Been a little bit since the last time that happened. Tracy's going to take the draw, and Avery Young's going to win it. Taken up by Guitar. He has some speed. Heading right up the middle. Cutting to the left. The shot was wide of the net. Picked up by Young at the blue line. Kept in. Cross-ice pass. CO working his way in. Defended by Harris. Sent to the middle. Off the skates of Young. Poked away by Bayani. Back to CO. CO in the face-off top. Trying to cut into the middle. Finds his way up to the blue for Guitar. Over to Bourgeois. Back down for CO. Back skates, sends it up to Bourgeois. Over to Guitar. Back in the middle. Daigle shooting. Deflected off a stick of a Purple Knight. And way up and out of play. A high-scoring first period, but ultimately going in favor of les Olympiens. Behind the net is Campbell Harris. Stretch pass that was intended for Warner. Hits off the legs of Guital and then to Warner, who puts a long shot on net. Coming down to the final 2 minutes of this first period. It's been a tight game so far. We currently have 42 watching live from home. We appreciate the viewership. Moncton High versus les Olympiens. LeBlanc tried to send it past Woods against the boards. Delayed offside. Woods, cross ice, over for Obey. Obey along the board, sent to the middle. That's an Olympia being taken out. That's Taylor. That was actually taken out by Warner, who lost an edge. Levac behind his net, leaves it off. Then has to make a move. Daigle, Brayden Daigle, the Purple Knights, was mere inches away from intercepting it. LeBlanc coming up the other way, making it past Woods. LeBlanc shooting, stick save. Purple Knights going back the other way. By any pass that was intended for Tracy. Went off the skates of Thibodeau. Didn't even know he had blocked it. Cole tried to put it back around the net, and for Tracy, taken out by Thibodeau, sent off the boards. Taylor, one-on-one against Woods. Taylor around Murray, saved by Abel. Harris poked it out for Bayani. He then sent it over to Cole. Going back the other way is Boudreau. He's poked off by Cole. Last minute of play to go, under 40 seconds. Olympien getting it back. Anthony cuts to a left. Turns around in the corner. Waits, sends it up for Ryan. Ryan shooting, blocked. Sent out of the zone into the neutral zone. That'll be picked up by LeBlanc. Pass over. Captain Tyler LeBlanc trying to get a shot, blocked by Murray. Olympien still with it. Ryan trying to make it past Kervin. Makes a nice loose puck deke around Murray. Tracy applying tons of pressure on him. Coming down the last second. Won't have a chance for another shot. And that will end the first frame. Fine. Score after one. Les Olympiens 4, Moncton High 2. Stick around for the 12-minute flood, and we'll be back for the second period action of Les Olympiens versus the Knights. You will not want to miss it. Cross ice pass over to Guitar. Drops from Melanson. Melanson, sharp angle shot off the stick of Ryan Aubert. Taken by Cole, tried to backhand it in his feet. Moves it to Tracy. Tracy to the middle, reverses his defenseman. All Knights by any trying to find it on his forehand. Taking to Boudreau. Boudreau tried to pass it off to Taylor. Back to Boudreau. Boudreau in on the right. Shot. He scores. Tried to windmill Deke Young. Ended up sending it in the corner. Going down low in the corner was Harris. Pat back to the blue line for Guital. Behind the net, putting on the braces. Ledon puts it out in front. Shot save. Gillis almost had a stick on it. Curving gets pinned back up. Thibodeau loses the puck again. It's free. Loose for Gillis. Gillis gonna be Cole in the offensive zone, trying to keep possession. Tracy's gonna come in with speed. Ball. Turn over the puck for the Olympiens. Anthony, pass up right to the day, but Taylor in on the left to his backhand, save by Abel. Drop past to LeBlanc, sharp angle shot, sticked away by Abel. LeBlanc again with another sharp angle shot, save, rebound goes behind the net. Bayani couldn't catch it clean on his backhand. Bayani tried to send it in the middle. Clear attempt back to Harris. Tracy, backdoor Bayani, shooting, he scores! Taken by Lodice at the blue line. There's a shot, then they score, deflected. Boudreau along the boards, regaining possession for Lodice. We set hard into the board, wanted a pass. Daigle, blue line, Thibodeau, shot deflected. Deflected by Sebastien, but couldn't make anything of it. Cole has Bayani with him. Gets caught in his skates and tries to send it back door to Bayani. Score corner. Went to the defense. Melanson. Warner's going to lay a big hit on Hugo Melanson. Meanwhile, it's deflected. Safe for now. Rebound. Loose. They score. From Taylor. He scores. Ledice took it 6-3. He scored 2 goals in that game. And Olympien cleared all the way down. Only one there is LeBlanc. Dags it to the middle. They score. Short-handed goal. One-on-one against Woods. Taylor around Murray. Saved by Abel. Cross-ice pass over to Guitar. Drops from Melanson. Melanson, sharp angle shot off the stick of Ryan LeBert. Taken by Cole, tried to backhand it in his feet, moves it to Tracy. Tracy to the middle, reverses his defenseman. All Knights, Bayani trying to find it on his forehand, taking to Boudreau. Boudreau tried to pass it off to Taylor, back to Boudreau. Boudreau in on the right, shot, he scores! Tried to windmill Deke Young, ended up sending it into the corner. Going down low in the corner was Harris. Pat back to the blue line for Guital. Behind the net, putting on the braces, Leblanc puts it out in front, shot save. Gillis almost had a stick on it, curving, gets pinned back up. Thibodeau loses the puck again, it's free, loose for Gillis. Gillis gonna be Cole in the offensive zone, struggling for possession. Tracy's gonna come in with speed. Ball. We'll turn over the puck for the Olympiens. Anthony, pass up right to the table. Taylor in on the left to his backhand, save by Hebert. Drop pass to Leblanc, sharp angle shot, sticked away by Hebert. Leblanc again with another sharp angle shot, save, rebound goes behind the net. Bayani couldn't catch it clean on his backhand. Bayani tried to send it in the middle. Clear attempt back to Harris. Tracy, backdoor Bayani, shooting, he scores! Taken by Lodice at the blue line. It was a shot, then they score, deflected. Boudreau along the boards, regaining possession for Lodice. Gonna be set hard into the board. Wanted a pass. Daigle, blue line. Thibodeau shot deflected. Deflected by Sebastien. But couldn't make anything of it. Cole has Bayani with him. It gets caught in his skates and tries to send it back toward a Bayani. Score. Corner. Went to the defense. Melanson. Warner's going to lay a big hit on Hugo Melanson. Meanwhile, it's deflected. Safe for now. Rebound. Loose. They score. Rebound from Taylor. He scores. Ledice took it 6-3. He scored 2 goals in that game. And Olympiens cleared all the way down. Only one there is Leblanc. Dags it to the middle. They score. Short-handed goal. One-on-one against Woods. Taylor around Murray. Saved by Abel. Cross-ice pass over to Guitar. Drops from Melanson. Melanson, sharp angle shot off the stick of Ryan LeBert. Taken by Cole, tried to backhand it in his feet, moves it to Tracy. Tracy to the middle, reverses his defenseman. All Knights, Bayani trying to find it on his forehand, taking to Boudreau. Boudreau tried to pass it off to Taylor, back to Boudreau. Boudreau in on the right, shot, he scores! Tried to windmill Deke Young, ended up sending it in the corner. Going down low in the corner was Harris. Pat back to the blue line for Guital. Behind the net, putting on the braces, Leblanc puts it out in front, shot save. Gillis almost had a stick on it, curving, gets pinned back up. Thibodeau loses the puck again, it's free, loose for Gillis. Gillis gonna be Cole in the offensive zone, struggling to possession. Tracy's gonna come in with speed. Ball. Turn over the puck for the Olympiens. Anthony, pass up right to the table. Taylor in on the left to his backhand, save by Hebert. Drop pass to Leblanc, sharp angle shot, sticked away by Hebert. Leblanc again with another sharp angle shot, save him, rebound goes behind the net. Bayani couldn't catch it clean on his backhand. Bayani tried to send it in the middle. Clear attempt back to Harris. Tracy, backdoor Bayani, shooting, he scores! Taken by Lodice at the blue line. It was a shot, then they score, deflected. Boudreau along the boards. Regaining possession for L'Odyssée. We set hard into the board. Wanted a pass. Daigle, blue line, Thibodeau, shot deflected. Deflected by Sebastien. Oh, couldn't make anything of it. Cole has Bayani with him. It gets caught in his skates and tries to send it back door to Bayani. Score corner. Went to the defense. Melançon. Warner's going to lay a big hit on Hugo Melançon. Meanwhile, it's deflected. Safe for now. Rebound. Loose. They score. From Taylor. He scores. L'Odyssée took it 6-3. He scored 2 goals in that game. And Olympiens cleared all the way down. Only one there is Leblanc. Dag sent to the middle. They score. Short-handed goal. Taylor one-on-one against Woods. Taylor around Murray. Saved by Abel. Cross-ice pass over to Guita. Drops from Melançon. Melançon, sharp angle shot off the stick of Ryan LeBaron. Taken by Cole, tried to backhand it in his feet, moves it to Tracy. Tracy to the middle, reverses as the Here we go, on for period 2. Purple Knights down by a score of 4-2. Looking to change the tide here, and here we go. Face off taken by les Olympiens. Anthony back to the blue line for Guitar. D to D pass over for Bourgeois. Takes his time. Sent back to Guitar, makes his way up the left. Gets past Currid, sent to LeBlanc. LeBlanc cuts in the middle, then passes off to Bourgeois. Bourgeois shot, save. Rebound sent to the corner. Gonna be picked up by Douglas. Pinned up against the boards by Anthony. Tries to make his way to the middle. Send back to Guital. Guital waits. Anthony skates to the middle. Guital tries to put it to the net. That one went in the skates of Vale. Behind the net is LeBlanc. Sent up. Guital plays it off his backhand. Tries to shoot it off. Blocked by the stick of Curvin. Sebastien LeBlanc behind the net to Co. Co skates around the face-off circle. Rather, that's Anthony. Loses an edge. Still with it behind the net. Up to Guital. Guital shooting. Oh, blocked in the face by Douglas. And it's going to be a penalty for Brennan Murray, taking down Owen Douglas. The first Purple Knights penalty of the game. It's going to be Brennan Murray. 2 minutes for cross-checking at 8:51 in the second. Les Olympiens, we get to see their first power play. Guital down to Co. Co up to Guital on the left point. Over to Daigle. Back to Guital, shooting, stick save, rebound taken by Young. Young then went around the net, goes back up to Guital. Cross-ice pass, Dag. Pass that was intended for Young, way out of his reach. Young back at the Guital. Young down the left, works his way past Cole, and sends it for Co. Co for Dag. Dag to Guital, back to Dag, up center point, shot high. Co with the rebound, put it to the side of the net and behind the net. Big hit along the boards. Daigle on the right, works his way to the middle. In between his legs, Daigle shoots. Save, rebound. He shoots again. Another save by Ebal. Cleared along the boards. Guital going to catch it on his forehand. Make his way past Cole. Pass. Daigle in, shoots. Rifled up into the boards. Into the corner, Young. Waits, skates up to about the face-off circle. Then sent down to Co. Co cutting to the middle. Has to retreat because of the defense of Cole. Guital. Back to Daigle. Daigle again to the middle. Trying to shoot. Does. Rebound. They score. Initial shot from Liam Daigle ends up right on the tape of Dami Co. He'll get his second of the game. And they get 5-2 in favor of les Olympiens. So far, les Olympiens 1 for 1 on their power play. Gonna add another one early in this second period. Vale in the face-off circle is Julien Leblanc. Won by Vale. Woods cleared up. They'll be taken by Taylor, who took a little tumble. Taylor tried to toe drag it by Annie, ends up in his skates, and going back the other way is Boudreau. Poked by the stick of Harris. Kept in Boudreau. Made a sharp turn, trying to get by Campbell Harris. Try to send it out into the middle off the skate of Easton Woods. Shot, save, rebound. Going to be cleared up by the Knights. Roussel down on the face-off dots. Going to be shot and cleared in by Boudreau. Around the net, Harris going to stop to get around Leblanc. It'll go to about the blue line, kept it by Thibodeau. Stick save by Ebal, sent into the corner. Leblanc going to be pinned up by not only Woods, by Annie there as well. Reinforcements come, take up by les Olympiens. Backdoor pass that was intended for Thibodeau is intercepted by Chers. Thibault gets it back. down on the right. Harris down on his stomach. And the backdoor pass that was intended for Taylor ended up being deflected by Goulet. Harris back with the puck in his own zone. Saucer pass to Daigle. Daigle hesitates to enter the zone. Then passes it out of the zone for Warner. Warner cleared in. Into the corner. It's taken by des Olympiens. Cleared along the boards. Taken by Beal. Tries to put it to the blue line for Murray. But it ends up being taken by LeBlanc. Murray now with time and space. Gonna use it. Gonna start the rush himself before clearing it in. Picking it up for this L'Odyssée is Roussel. Tried to clear it around to Taylor. Puck's just going to squeak out of the Odyssée zone. Going back in. Les Olympiens with possession, however. One touch pass from LeBlanc. Right to the table, Melançon. He's in. Tries to put it out in front. Goes about to the blue line. LeBlanc cleared it down for Anthony. Now going to be taken by Braden Daigle. Daigle pass up for Beal. Couldn't control it properly. It's kept in at the blue line by les Olympiens. LeBlanc to the middle. Pass ends up with Max Anthony. Anthony tried to pass it to Ryan, who was out of his reach. Ryan sent back in the zone for Murray. Purple Knights desperately need a change. Brennan Murray clears it out of the zone. It's going to hit a broken stick and not go all the way down the ice. Purple Knights get some changes, at least on the forwards. Les Olympiens behind it with the net. Melançon tried to put it out in front of the slot. Taken out by Cole. Cole received the loose puck. Moves a little more on the right. He's going to shoot. Saved by Levesque. Did not hold on to it initially, but going to cover it up. Just less than 14 and a half minutes to go in the second stanza. That face-off not done upright. Linesmen are going to say they got to kick Tracy out of the draw. In replacement is Bayani, going against Julien Leblanc. Cole with the win of the draw, clears it back into the zone. Picked up by Benjamin Guitar. Clearing attempt's going to get by Woods. Tracy going to put it to Harris. His pass that was intended for Bayani, hopped over everyone's stick and will go down for an icing. LeBlanc going to push it to the Purple Knights defenseman. Harris looks, has time, tries to spring Cole, who is sneaking behind the defense. Going back the other way, Guitar. Around Tracy. Tracy catches up to him. Cleared around in the corner by Woods. Bayani going to pick it up at the hash marks. Send it back down to Woods. Backstates a little bit, then tries to get it to Tracy. Just out of his reach. He stopped it down for the most part, but just squeaked off his stick. Douglas. Cleared into the zone, hit by Bayani. Harris around the boards. Clear up by Cole. Going to be a foot race for the puck. Guitar and Bayani. Guitar wins it with ease. Bayani not going away easily. Stretches that up for Dag. Between the legs, Dag to his backhand. What a save by Hebert. LeBlanc back to Liam Daigle. Pressured by Harris. His shot ramps up the stick of Hebert behind the net. Dag tried to put it out in front. Bayani puts it to Sio. His saucer pass is blocked by the body of Reed Cole. Young. Back to Daigle, who last year had played on the Moncton Flyers and averaged way over a point per game. Bayani works his way out on the left, clears it into the zone. Sent back by Ryan to Daigle. Off the equipment of Vale. Young on the left. Waits off the skate of Goulet. Sio. Now Goulet, who almost had the puck, he was hit by Young. Blue line, Melançon. Shot by Ryan, he scores!
blue line. Melanson.
A low shot from the blue line from the stick of Jack Ryan. And that's going to put Odyssey up by a score of 6-2 here in the second period. 12:18 left in the second. Curvin had possession for a sec. Then is hounded by Taylor. Goulet going to grab the loose puck, cleared into the zone, and it'll be offside against the Knights. Vale going to step into the face-off circle close to the Knights bench against Julien Leblanc. Julien Leblanc wins that cleanly, working his way in. Boudreau upended by Gillis. Then going to try to squeak by him. Shot from the blue line, saved. Roussel can't keep it in. Sent on the boards, past Thibodeau. Now in the neutral zone at center ice was Thibodeau. Coming back in the zone, Roussel stops. Although Brennan Murray reading him like a book. Goulet trying to flip it out of the zone. He has 3 Olympiens with him though. Purple Knights all on the same side of the ice. Leblanc gonna gather some speed, but immediately get poke checked by Curvin. Gonna chip it by Roussel. Oh, the 3 Olympiens that were there. We'll get the puck from him. Boudreau in, tries to toe drag around, still loose puck, picked up by Taylor. Blue line, Bourgeois to Taylor. Taylor shooting, saved, rebound sent over in the left corner for Leblanc. Up to the blue line in the skates of Guital, couldn't control it, bouncing puck. Out in the neutral zone next to the Purple Knights bench, Guital making some moves. Then sent to the middle for Taylor, across to the other side for Boudreau. Boudreau gonna shoot, blocker saved and chopped into the air by Abel. Guital gonna hold the line with authority, then get hit by Harris with some authority. Taylor gonna hit Daigle. Daigle's gonna try to pin him up against the boards. Harris flipped out of the zone. Bourgeois skates a bit to the middle, then headmans it to Guital. Flipped in. Harris didn't catch the pop fly. Odyssey now with the puck. Sent to the blue line by Anthony. A shot. That was blocked. Harris going to go the other way. Flipped it. Intended for Brandon Warner. Purple Knights on a change. Les Olympiens with a free shot. Here's Taylor. Leaves it off for Melanson. But the drop pass unsuccessful to say the least. Tracy sent into the boards by Melanson. Melanson with the puck trying to get to the middle. Poked off by Goulet. Going back the other way is Bayani. Bayani up the right. Tried to toe drag it by defenseman Melanson. Out in front. Cole with a shot. Rebound. Still with control of it. Levesque is way out of his net. Over midway through this second period rather. The Olympiens have gotten 2 goals this period. Purple Knights still looking for their first. Moncton High's first line is on. The Olympiens cleared out of their zone. In comes Anthony. Toe drag release, pad save. Cleared in by Leblanc. Tries to toe drag it by Tracy. Then Tracy ties a toe drag around Anthony. Both unsuccessful. Leblanc to Anthony. Up to the blue line. Hugo Melanson. Over for Ryan. Shot. Save. Loud save off the stick. Abel didn't know where it was. It was next to his pad. And Noah Melanson getting in the face of Abel. Purple Knights not going to be too impressed with that. Purple Knights win the draw. The attempted clearing on the boards. Chipped out by Curvin. Curvin at the floor. It's Thibodeau. Curvin cut into the middle. And he's successfully defended by Thibodeau. Clearing attempt hits Goulet. Vale walks to the center. Attempted shot. He's going to try it again. Goulet, he is going to shoot above the net. Curvin trying to put that back out in front. Deflected. Wood's going to try a shot. Fanned on it. Taken by Leblanc out of the zone. Boudreau, that pass for Douglas out of his reach on his backhand. Goulet sent around the net for Sébastien Leblanc. Up to the blue line, Thibodeau. Waits. Down to Sébastien Leblanc. He's going to lay a nice saucer pass to Roussel. Down. Intended for Boudreau. Goulet is going to angle him out of the play. Roussel again with a shot. There's a loud sound off the glass as he misses the net high. Boudreau to the middle. Couldn't shoot on his backhand and sent it to Roussel. Rebound off the boards. To the middle by Leblanc. Knights being caught in their zone. Roussel shot this one way wide. Gonna go back up for Thibodeau. Thibodeau pinching down low. Sent to the front. Saved by Ebal. Ref still saw it. Now it's whistled down. Benoit Boudreau with a strong one-timer that barely got by Ebal, but stayed out of the net. Face-off taken by Moncton High. Harris around his net. Off the boards. Bourgeois leaves it off for his teammate Co. Over to Dag. Liam Dag stops. Cuts to the middle by Cole. Shooting, save. Rebound right there in front is Young trying to take it. Young gonna get in a scrum with Murray. Meanwhile, going the other way is Tracy. Tracy's gonna be angled out by Guital. Daigle. Around, there's a big hit on Bourgeois by Tracy. And that's going to get some momentum for the Knights. Co going the other way, leaves it off for Daigle. Then there's a backdoor pass and then for Young, deflected by Harris. Young down to Daigle. Out in front to Co with the shot, blocked by Murray. Another shot intended by Young. Guital receives the puck at the blue line, shooting, save. Harris tried to put it out, ends up right back to Guital. Shot by Bourgeois, pad save. Puck goes up to about the hash marks. First one there, Bourgeois sent to the middle for Co. Deflected off his same on that one-timer from Daigle above the net and out of play. 6:16 to go. Purple Knight's been heavily pressured from these last 2 minutes. Need some changes. Julien Leblanc again for les Olympiens, stepping into the face-off dot. Won it, just not back to his defense. Warner, pass, missed the stick of Beal. Cleared out by Guital. Pass to the left for Taylor. Taylor looks to the middle, pass it down for Leblanc, he scores! Julien Leblanc with his first of the year from a pass from Jacob Taylor. Now in net for the Purple Knights. They've made a goaltending change. He played for the Kensant Bears last year. Now in net, number 1, Elias Sock. Daigle applying some pressure in the offensive zone. It's taken out by Leblanc, sent to Taylor. Taylor tries to move by Warner, ends up getting it to Boudreau. Taylor dropped his stick, has to go back to retrieve it. Making his way easily through the neutral zone was Boudreau until he met the wall of 3 defensemen of the Purple Knights. Boudreau toe drags by Warner. Tries to get around Daigle. Boudreau stops, loses the puck while he's at it. Daigle to Beal. Beal to Warner. Warner clears, goes for a change. Caught behind the net by Levesque. Melançon trying to flip it out on his backhand. Hugo Melançon sends a nice pass over to Boudreau. He just too hot to handle. Harris, who tried to put it up against the boards behind the net. Leblanc out in the middle. Shot intended from Taylor. And Harris got back to defend. Going the other way was Curvin and Gillis, who had a bit of a miscommunication of who was supposed to get the puck. Ryan sent that pass up to Leblanc. Leblanc, Tyler LeBlanc tried to look to the middle. Taken by Vale. Pass. Ramps off the stick of Curvin. Thibodeau cross ice over for Anthony. Anthony will leave it off for Thibodeau. Harris now hounding the captain, Tyler LeBlanc. Cleared off the boards by Woods. Taken by Hugo Melançon. Thibodeau to the middle. Noah Melançon into the zone. Pressured from Harris. Put it to the net. And that'll be covered by the glove of Sock at 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Woods sent around. Tyler LeBlanc and Reed Cole were there to battle. Reed Cole was to get it. Sent to Bayani. Tried to make his way around Roussel. Ended up behind the net. Thibodeau stops. Waits behind his net. Passes it out to Roussel. Got it up to Noah Melançon. It was on the left and cut to the middle. On the right side. Leaves it for LeBlanc. In. Looking to shoot. Poke checked off by Cole. Puck still loose. Anthony pinning up by Annie. He leaves it off for Tracy. Tracy tried to get up to Cole and is crushed by Noah Melançon on the near boards. Noah Melançon gets up on the left side, puts it, hits the side of the post. In the middle, shot attempt from LeBlanc. He's going to get it back. It's going to hop off his stick this time. LeBlanc behind the net. Made a nice move to the middle. Shot was blocked. Melançon up to the blind. Thibodeau. Shot. Block and sent behind the net. Woods with it behind the net. Passes up to Bayani. Bayani, backhander. Hopped off the stick of Reed Cole. Purple Knights and Olympiens making some changes. Had to stay on side. What a great heads-up play from Roussel to stay on side. Shot. Blocker saved by Sock. CO. Blue line, Guital. Fakes the slap shot. Maneuvers around Curvin. Daigle. Making some sharp turns from the to Guital. Guital poked off by Vale, and Purple Knights finally going to have a chance to get their defense to change. It's a 7-2 game, 2.5 minutes left to go in the second. Odyssey stops the icing. CO does a quick lap in the zone, passes it off for Daigle. Daigle sent to Bourgeois. Bourgeois around Gillis. Sent back. Off the skate of Daigle to Guital. Going to shoot. Save. Curvin gets the rebound. Tries to clear it out. Glove down by Bourgeois. CO on the right. Stops. Poked off by Vale. Vale trying to get to the boards. Off the chest of CO. He still keeps it in. He has been a main factor of this pressure and this rush so far of the Olympiens. Shot from Bourgeois. Save. Daigle with the rebound. Blocked by Cheris. Daigle in the face-off dot. Sent up to Guital. He's going to fan on his shot, and Purple Knights will not clear the zone. Liam Daigle with speed intercepts. He's going to have a quick lap around the zone at a sharp angle. Sends it up to CO. CO stops, waits. Down to Guital. Shoved off the puck, but sent back to CO. Just over a minute left. Had to have been at least 2 minutes. Purple Knights have been trapped in their zone. Harris, he's going to go battle with Young. Puck sent out into the front. Another failed clear at that. Bourgeois shoots into the glove of Sock. And finally a whistle. Avery Young getting in the faces of some Purple Knights. Not looking too amused, pointing to what seems to be his own net. Purple Knights win the draw. Around the boards, Bayani tried to get it out. It's kept in by Hugo Melançon. Now behind the net, pass out in front. Douglas fan on a shot. Goulet to Bayani. He's got Cole with him. First time in a while, Purple Knights have been out of their zone. Bayani in the corner. With it on his backhand. Turns to his forehand, then is pinned up against the boards by Hugo Melançon. Hugo Melançon is taken down. Bayani going to make sure of it. Going to give him an extra shot. Puck's free in the neutral zone. Picked up by Bayani. He's slowly making his way back to his defensive zone. Leaves it off the board. Taken by Leblanc. Shot blocked by Woods. Another shot from Melançon. This one again going to be blocked by Woods. Cleared out of the zone. Last 20 seconds to go in this period. It's going to be an icing against the Purple Knights. 18.1 left to go in the period. Purple Knights win the draw. Woods sent around on the boards on his backhand. Cole going to chop at it and get out of the zone. Olympiens will have one last chance. Need to make it quick. Pass that was in the skates of Douglas, and that will be it for this period. Might get one shot off, and it will not. That's it for the second. All zeros on the clock in the second period. It's 7-2 in favor of les Olympiens. We'll be back for the third period. Make it 12 minutes. Do not go anywhere. Sharp angle shot off the stick of Ryan Laber. Taken by Cole, tried to backhand it in his feet. Moves it to Tracy. Tracy to the middle, reverses his defenseman. All Knights Bayani trying to find it on his forehand. Taking to Boudreau. Boudreau tried to pass it off to Taylor. Back to Boudreau. Boudreau in on the right. Shot. He scores. Tried to windmill Deke Young. Ended up sending it to the corner. Going down low in the corner was Harris. Pat. Shot save. Gillis almost has a stick on it. Kirby gets it back up. Thibodeau loses the puck again. It's free. Goes for Gillis. Cole in the offensive zone. Shot possession. Tracy's going to come in with speed. Ball. We'll turn over the puck for the Olympiens. Anthony. Pass up right to the Dave of Taylor. Taylor in on the left. To his backhand. Save by a back. Drop pass to Leblanc. Sharp angle shot. Sticked away by a bow. Leblanc again with another sharp angle shot. Same rebound goes behind the net. With Bayani. Couldn't catch it clean on his backhand. Bayani tried to center it in the middle. Clear attempt back to Harris. Tracy backdoor Bayani. Shooting, he scores! And then taken by WC. At the blue line, there was a shot. And they score. Deflected. We set hard in the pass. Dangle, blue line, Thibodeau shot deflected. Deflected by Simes. Who couldn't make anything of it. Cole has Bayani with him. Gets caught in his skates and tries to send it back on him. Cross-ice pass over to Guitar. Drops from Melanson. Melanson, sharp angle shot off the stick of Ryan LeBert. Taken by Cole, tried to backhand it in his feet, moves it to Tracy. Tracy to the middle, reverses his defenseman. Knights, Bayani trying to find it on his forehand, taking to Boudreau. Boudreau tried to pass it off to Taylor, back to Boudreau. Boudreau in on the right, shot, he scores! Tried to windmill Deke Young, ended up sending it in the corner. Going down low in the corner was Harris. Passing. Back to the blue line for Guital. Behind the net, putting on the braces, Leblanc puts it out in front, shot save. Gillis almost had a stick on it, Curvin gets pinned back up, Thibodeau loses the puck again, it's free, loose for Gillis. Gillis gonna be Cole in the offensive zone, trying to keep possession, Tracy's gonna come in with speed. Ball, and we'll turn over the puck for the Olympiens. Anthony, pass up right to the table, Taylor in on the left to his backhand, save by a back. Drop past to Leblanc. Sharp angle shot. Sticked away by a bow. Leblanc again with another sharp angle shot. Save and rebound goes behind the net. Bayani couldn't catch it clean on his backhand. Bayani tried to send it in the middle. Clear attempt back to Harris. Tracy, backdoor Bayani shooting. He scores! Taken by Lodice. At the blue line, it was a shot. Then they score. Deflected. Boudreau along the boards, regaining possession for Lodice. We set hard into the board, wanted a pass. Daigle, blue line, Thibodeau, shot deflected. Deflected by Sebastien. Oh, couldn't make anything of it. Cole has Bayani with him. It gets caught in his skates and tries to send it back door to Bayani. Score. Corner. Went to the defense, Melanson. Warner's going to lay a big hit on Hugo Melanson. Meanwhile, it's deflected. Save for now. Rebound. Loose. They score. Rebound from Taylor. He scores. Ledice took it 6-3. He scored 2 goals in that game. And Olympiens cleared all the way down. Only one there is Leblanc. Dag sent to the middle. They score. Short-handed goal. One-on-one against Woods. Taylor around Murray. Saved by a bow. Cross-ice pass over to Guitar. Drops from Melanson. Melanson, sharp angle shot off the stick of Ryan LeBert. Taken by Cole, tried to backhand it in his feet, moves it to Tracy. Tracy to the middle, reverses his defenseman. Knights, Bayani trying to find it on his forehand, taking to Boudreau. Boudreau tried to pass it off to Taylor, back to Boudreau. Boudreau in on the right, shot, he scores! Tried to windmill Deke Young, ended up sending it in the corner. Going down low in the corner was Harris. Passing. Back to the blue line for Guital. Behind the net, putting on the braces, Leblanc puts it out in front, shot save. Gillis almost had a stick on it, Curvin gets pinned back up, Thibodeau loses the puck again, it's free, loose for Gillis. Gillis gonna be Cole in the offensive zone, trying to keep possession, Tracy's gonna come in with speed. Ball. And we'll turn over the puck for the Olympiens. Anthony, pass. All set to go. Third period underway. Knights, Olympiens. Third period. Here we go. In the neutral zone, it's taken by the Olympiens. Leblanc trying to pass that to Boudreau. Off his backhand control. Wrap around attempt. Pad saved by Sock. Taken out in the neutral zone. Tracy's coming up with speed. Going against Guitar. Shooting. Blocked and hits the netting. Goes out of bounds. Face-off's going to go to the left of Levesque. Purple Knights win the draw. Harris down to Bayani. Bayani walking in, shooting into the chest of Levesque for another whistle. Again, Purple Knights going to win the draw to Harris. He's going to put one on net and have another whistle. Multiple whistles coming early. Bayani still the only 2 goals for the Knights. They're down 7-2 and will need 5 goals to come back into this one within the next 20 minutes. Gonna make a quick line change. Purple Knights again gonna win the draw. Murray backhanded it to Gillis. Back to the blue line, Murray trying to get a potential 2-on-1 for L'Odyssée. Daigle, he's got Young with him. Daigle, backdoor to Young. And he had Gillis right on his tail, so couldn't do much. Back to the blue line. CO. Roussel wants a one-timer, ignores him. Down in the quarter, Young. Back up, Roussel. Pass into the skates of Young, taken by Murray. Murray gonna start the rush, bank it off the board for Roussel. Thibodeau, pass to Dag. CO cuts to the middle, poke check, Young with it. Couldn't get a shot off, cleared out of harm's way by the Knights. Young has to skate around Curvin, but gets the puck back, sent around the boards. Daigle will catch it around the hash marks, skate up to the blue line, work his way in, then get poke checked off the puck. Daigle walking in, poked off by Vale. Then clear behind the net for Young. Young, blue line for Roussel. Roussel gonna shoot, save, rebound. Daigle tried to put it in the side of the net. Puck spin behind the boards by Harris. Young along the boards, passes up for Roussel. Thibodeau shooting along the ice. It was just wide. It goes back up to Roussel. His pass goes to Vale. Vale tried to shove it along the board, going back the other way. Gillis will take it down the ice for an icing, and the Knights will not be able to change. And they've got some tired bodies on the ice. Face-off's going to go to Sock's left. Olympiens win the draw. Hugo Melanson cleared down into the zone in the opposite corner. Harris taking along the boards, going out in front is Melanson, shoving against the pad of Sock. Puck's loose. Multiple players getting shoved. A Purple Knight goes down in front of the net. Looks like that's Harris. Tyler LeBlanc sent down. Murray fanned on his clearing attempt. Curvin gonna fire it aggressively along the boards. No ice. Purple Knights finally had a chance to make some changes. The line was on, had to have been at least 2 minutes. LeBlanc in around Woods. Around the net, he stops, waits, looks for options. That was Melanson setting up to the blue line. Intended over for Melanson. Noah Melanson in, off the bar. Hugo Melanson sent way over the net. Walking his way in is Ryan. Cleared along the boards. Picked up by Braden Daigle. Sent out into the neutral zone. No look backhand pass by Hugo Melanson. Pass over to Young. Young Tries to make his way around Beal and is crunched against the boards by the 6'4" Brandon Warner. Goulet stops. Poked off by Ryan, who is defenseman playing down low in the zone. As Olympiens clear it back, and this will go for icing against Odyssey. 16:06 left in this last frame. Still no goals. Levesque so far in the net for Les Olympiens. He's been solid, only allowing 2 goals. A ref and Alonzo having a chat with the Purple Knights bench. Nothing seems to come out of it. Face-off taken by ODC. Around the net is Ryan. Saucer pass hits the stick of Sebastien Leblanc, so will not go for icing. Around the net, there's a shot from Anthony. He scores. Excuse me, Benoit Boudreau getting his second of the game. Turned around and shot it above the shoulder of Sock. It's going to be 8-2 for Les Olympiens.
A shot from Anthony scores.
Taylor won the draw. Out of the reach of Bourgeois. He'll have to go get it all the way in his defensive end. Taylor tried to play it over to Leblanc. Turns it over. Bayani to Cole. Intended. Tried to put that backdoor to Cole, but it was intercepted by Bourgeois. Boudreau. Backdoor. Shot from Taylor. Fanned on it. Bayani. And a foot race against Guitar. Guitar's going to win. Then send it over to the other side of the net to Bourgeois. Pass up, deflected by Harris. The stick of Taylor got into the armpit of Harris. Olympiens still with possession in the Purple Knight zone. With it is Benoit being pressured by Vale. Purple Knights get possession for a second. Puck still pinned up along the boards. Leblanc up to the blue line. Goes down low and passed it right in between the feet of Taylor. Sent up, Guital. Back to Taylor. Taylor sends it behind the red line. Now brought back up to the blue line by Leblanc. Here's Boudreau trying to work his way in. Guital makes a nice move to evade Gillis. Sends it to Thibodeau, gets past Vale. Thibodeau's going to have a shot. Saved by Sock. Rebound, another save from Sock. Cleared out. Still with Leblanc. Julien Leblanc's going to have a shot. Saved. Put back out to the slot and cleared away by Campbell Harris. Good hand-to-eye coordination to get it. Puck was hopping around in the slot. Harris was cleared all the way down the ice. But we'll go for icing so the Knights cannot make changes. Harris off the face-off win, clears it around out of the reach of Vale and Douglas, and coming in shooting was Roussel, and saved by Sock. In the face-off dot goes Daigle and Anthony. It's going to be taken by Daigle. Now up to the blue line, Thibodeau. Down to about the hash marks. He passed it to it. Went back up to Thibodeau. Puck's loose and sent out of the zone. But Beal is taken down, and it's going to be interference against Simon Thibodeau at 13:44. Knights power play goes back to work. It's got Cole, Tracy, Curvin, Bayani, and Harris. Bourgeois. Sent to the blue line for Bayani. A clear attempt off this backhand. Bayani down to Cole behind the net. Cole escapes out into the corner and sends it backhand, no look, intended for Bayani. Gets to Bourgeois. Clear attempt off the skate of Cole and will be cleared up by Max Anthony. Harris, pass over to Tracy. Tracy leaves it off for Curvin. Curvin to Cole. Cole to Bayani on the left. Bayani hits on the break. Shot, save, rebound. In there was Tracy trying to get a stick on it. Ends up taking possession around at the blue line. Taking on a Bayani. One-timer attempt for Curvin. Couldn't get a stick on it. Tracy's going to try to put it over to the net. And out of play. 1:14 still left to go on the MHS power play. 12:57 to go in the game. Face-off taken by Moncton High. Harris takes his time at the blue line. Gonna let one go into the glove of Levesque.
Takes his time at the blue line. Gonna let one go.
Purple Knights so far have been very successful off these power play face-offs. Gonna win another one here. Cole tries to cut to the middle. Off to Tracy. Puck topped over his stick. We'll have to set up the power play once more, but it'll be cleared out successfully by Noah Melanson of the Olympiens. Harris off to Bayani. Bayani struggling to keep possession. Captain Tyler LeBlanc works in, shoots, pad, save. Coming in is Noah Melanson. Trying to dig loose for that rebound, and that is a whistle. Face-off going back to the Purple Knights defensive zone.
Captain Tyler LeBlanc works in, shoots, pad, save. Coming in.
We've got 45 people currently watching now. We appreciate the support and viewership. It's game 2 of the regular season of the Moncton High School boys hockey team on the Moncton High Sports YouTube channel, brought to you by MST. Cole escapes his defensive zone, but not for long. Backhander sent to Bayani. It's in the feet of Tracy. Bayani in, stops. Is poked off, sent to Tracy. Cross-ice pass for Harris. He's going to have to move quickly to get past Melanson. Sent to Bourgeois and down the ice. Sock with it behind his net. Leaves it for Tracy. Tracy to Harris. Back to Tracy in the middle. 5-on-5. Tracy in. Poke check. Beal put it in between the legs of CO. Ryan, who gets the puck along the hash marks. Sent down to defenseman Hugo Melanson. Passed up to CO. CO loses control of the puck for a second. Poke checked off by Vale. Taken back by Young. Young waits. Passes off to the defense. Being Melanson. Shot, save in and out of the glove of Sock. Dag behind the net to CO. Puts it to the blue line. Hugo Melanson stops. Didn't fake out Gillis. Sent down intended for CO behind the net. A Fandon clearing attempt. Beal will be pinned up by Young. Purple Knights still struggle to get out of the zone. Liam Daggle up the blue line, still with it. Tries to do one too many moves. Taken by Gillis and flipped out. Melanson over to Ryan. Pass to Young. Sent to Daggle. Daggle into the zone on his forehand. Backdoor pass intended for CO. Intercepted and deflected away by Gillis. 10 minutes to go in the third. Liam Daggle leaves it off for Hugo Melanson. CO with the puck at the top of the faceoff circle. Cuts to the middle, into the slot. Backdoor pass. Shot from Daggle. Saved by Sock, who is on his stomach, sprawling out.
Out of the face-off circle. Cuts to the middle, into the slot. Backdoor pass. Shot from Daigle. Saved by Sock.
Pearl Knights get another chance to make some line changes. Exactly 10 minutes to go in this third period. Score as it stands, 8-2 in favor of l'Odyssée. Warner tries to clear it out. It's sent up to the point for Thibodeau. It's finally cleared out. To center ice. Taylor for Roussel. Roussel will clear it back in to Sock. He'll play it. Obe wasn't expecting it. Now he has to battle with Boudreau in the corner. Purple Knight's going to get out of the zone. Curvin. Pass on for Warner. We'll go all the way down the ice. No icing. Julien Leblanc. Backhands it for Thibodeau. Up for Taylor. Taylor in. Stops. Pass off the stick of Daigle. Taylor trying to get a shot off. Puck's in between the feet of Curvin. Going up the other way was Harris before he crossed the center ice line and dumped it in. Roussel turns back behind his net. Waits. Levesque trying to hypnotize Cole. Clearing attempt taken by Curvin off the boards. Curvin almost with a no-move move around Roussel. Taken out. Clearing attempt hit off of Cole. And went right to Co. Co breaking in along the left. But Tracy with a good back check. Stop his rush. Cole. Passed up for Bayani. Just out of his reach, taken by Guital. Now potential spring pass. Co in defended by Goulet. Co backdoor shot from Guital, saved by Sock.
A potential spring pass. Co in defended by Goulet. Co backdoor.
And not in straight time, but clock seems to be running during the stoppages. Blue line shot saved by Sock. Clock still won't stop. Time is running out. Goulet stops, puts it out into the middle, taken by Guital. Pass over to Co, shot saved by Sock. Obe cleared around the boards. Vale stops it, but taken by Co. Co, after he picked Vale's pocket, skates around at the blue line and just put it outside the zone for Bourgeois. Pass taken by Bayani. Another pass blocked by Bayani. Bourgeois. Spring pass up the left side. That one's for Leblanc. Shot saved. Into the corner. Brought up. Top of the face-off dot. Co working in the slot again. This time couldn't get a backhand pass off. Harris takes a little tumble. Puck still in the corner. Put to the blue line. Bourgeois. He's going to have a crack at it. Shot was blocked. Guital slides to the middle. Shot blocked and covered by Sock.
He's gonna have a crack at it. Shot was blocked. Guital slides to the middle. Shot blocked.
And it looks like we are headed to straight time. 6 minutes left to go in the game. Face out taken by les Olympiens. Melançon cleared. Behind the net is Captain Tyler Leblanc. That pass off to Anthony, who tried to make a loose puck deke. Taken back to the defensive zone by l'Odyssée. Melançon cleared to the middle. Anthony picked it up, circled around before sending it back behind the net for Tyler LeBlanc. And sent out into the front for Melançon and covered. Time will still wind down. Face off taken by Moncton High. Cole out to center ice, poked by Ryan. Getting the puck back is Woods. Cleared into Melanson. Pass to Noah Melanson. Cole with the puck at center ice to his backhand. Tried to put it on net. Steered away by Hugo Melanson. Coming back, Noah Melanson. Sent by Bayani. Met with Tracy. Sent out in front still with the puck. In and out of the glove of Sauk. Woods and Cole both going to pin up an Olympien against the boards, and this will get rough. Goulet keeps giving butt ends to Noah Melanson. Multiple players down. Woods still going at it. We'll have to wait to see what the penalties are here. And sophomore Easton Woods playing his first season. He's going to be shown the box. Looking like the only one to get a call. Helmet goes sliding across the ice. And Purple Knights getting another Purple Knight to the box. There's 2 Purple Knights in the box so far. No Olympien. While they discuss these penalties, goalies will play a little catch, and the clock will still wind down. Emotions getting high in the last couple minutes of the game. In the box right now for Moncton High is Woods and Goulet. And the refs discussing the penalties being awarded. Could be the end of the game if this goes on for another 2 minutes. Getting down less than 2 minutes to go in the game. 1:45, clock still runs. And Goulet is going to be shown the gate. He's walked off and is done for the game. He's going to get to shower a bit early. And no sign of Woods in the box, so I believe they are both hitting the showers. Now down, final minute of play in the third period. Goalies are still playing catch. Purple Knights all at their bench. And may just accept that there's no face-off. Now Levesque is told to get the puck to the linesman. Coming out of the box is Melanson for this Olympien. And Noah Melanson is sent to the locker room. And Purple Knights coach going to want to talk with the ref for these 15 seconds, and that will most likely be the game. That will end on a brawl. And that's all she wrote. It will go down as an 8-2 victory for les Olympiens on their home ice, on their home opener. And that'll be the end of this game. The next Moncton High broadcast on this channel will not be until the Dieppe Classic. It'll be their second game Friday, the 22nd at 9:30 in the morning, bright and early. Well, they'll be taking on the Central King Gators. And to watch all Dieppe Classic games on the Unisurface, check out the Maritime Stream Team channel. Well, there'll be 19 games broadcasted on the Maritime Stream Team channel. One of them being Moncton High and Central Kings.